Hey guys, JCC2224 back again with another Transformers video, and today I was thinking about doing a review on Skyquake and, probably Dreadwing later on, but I decided just to kind of combine the two and just make a comparison video, because most people are familiar with the Dreadwing mold, but there are some differences with the Skyquake version that are noteworthy. Of course, the initial one is that they are totally different characters and totally different paint jobs. But I'd also like to go through some of the elements of transformation that I find, easier or more difficult on this guy than this guy, all of that. But starting off, we'll take a look at Skyquake, the latest one. Now, Skyquake here is actually a really cool looking figure. His head is nicely painted. It's actually a little more painted than Dreadwing's, because Dreadwing only has his face and eyes painted, while this guy has his kind of head crest painted, which I think is a really appropriate touch and really does add to the aesthetic of the figure, making it the head sculpt a little more superior. And another thing that makes the head a little, actually far more superior is it's still made of the soft plastic, so don't think that they changed that. But the head is a lot looser to move. It's still kind of tight due to it just being rubber, but it's still not too bad. While Dreadwing here, let's just say Optibotimus said in his review that he knew someone that actually broke the eyes inside him. He was probably turning it by his face, and he was stretching it so much that he probably broke the eyes, which I find to be pretty scary when it comes to this guy. But as you can see, if we can try to get both head sculpts in here, as you can see, Dreadwing's doesn't have as much paint on him as Skyquake does. And Skyquake's overall look, I just think, is a lot better. I think the green just looks a lot more smoother and sleeker, and I'm actually really glad to have Skyquake. And I will talk about Skyquake later on when I'm transforming these two, because I can't really edit this video right now, so I'll just discuss Skyquake and his predicament, and we'll get into that problem right now. Actually, the legs are kind of loose. They're just kind of they're easy to move, they're easy to pop out. It's like this with both figures. I just think it's something with the mold that will probably never be fixed, because I don't see why they would sell this mold ever again, because spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it, just mute the video right now until I show my hand. How about that? These two guys die, so I don't really see why there would be any more versions of the figure. But one thing I do actually prefer with Skyquake, is that he has a silver painting around the cockpit, while this guy just has the translucent, which really kind of looks ugly if you really look at it. Compared to this and that, I really prefer the look of Skyquake. You just have different painting all around. They use the same color of gray on the figures, so no real difference there. Still have the rubbery plastic all over. And one technique you can actually do to correct another problem, which is right there. These guys aren't perfect standers, and Dreadwing has fallen a bit on my shelf, and luckily he hasn't knocked down my anything important yet. But what you can do, you can just unscrew the feet and swap them out, and he'll stand a lot better. I've yet to do this, but as you can see, it's just a screw right there. You unscrew, then swap the feet, no problem. Really am thinking about doing that, which it's just an easy thing I can do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it right after the video. But with Skyquake here, he has the same foot problem. He's not a perfect stander. He kind of wobbles. And with the weapons, the swords are identical. The swords are exactly the same, just the Dreadwing sword. But the guns, the Mech-Tech weapons, or the Power-Riser weapons, whatever the hell they are different on the tip there. This one kind of has more of the Gatling gun look, while the other one has more of a smooth cannon look, and is also made of a different translucent plastic. Now, unfortunately, I have misplaced my Dreadwing cannon, but I'm not really too concerned because I think it's kind of a piece of crap, and I only display my Dreadwing with the sword. But Skyquake here, I'm really pleased with. If you have to go with either of the figures, I would go with Skyquake. He is just far superior to me when it comes to paint application, appearance, you know, correcting errors that Dreadwing had here. Now, I guess we can get on to transformation. Now, I'm going to transform these guys off camera one at a time. So, talking about Skyquake now, Skyquake has been kind of, you know, he has an unfortunate, something pretty unfortunate that might actually happen to this figure. He might suffer the Dark of the Moon Last Wave syndrome, as to where he might not even be released, which is really unfortunate because they're planning on selling this guy here soon, or releasing him. But the thing is, they're saying that, or people are guessing that this guy will not be bought by the stores because stores want the Beast Hunter stuff and not the RID, like people wanted the RID and not the Dark of the Moon anymore, which, you know, it's the stores wanting the latest thing. I perfectly understand that. But Hasbro did have a chance to release this guy earlier, and they just really didn't take it. So probably your best shot with this guy, if you do want him, I would probably hold out for a little bit longer just to see if he does end up being released. But, you know, kind of like a AM Smokescreen, people were saying that you might as well just get the AM because we're probably not getting a United States one. And lo and behold, a few weeks later we got a Beast Hunter Smokescreen announced, and it's probably going to be the same case with maybe the same case with Skyquake. Some people have to pay, some people probably have paid scalper prices for him. I myself really didn't. I got mine for a pretty good deal. But when it comes to the overall problems with Hasbro not getting out the Skyquake figure, is kind of irritating. And these guys are actually kind of hard to transform, I've noticed. Probably some of the most finicky ones in the RID line. Really kind of, especially around the, I'll show it off with Skyquake, because I'll transform him on camera. I'm just about there with Dreadwing. Probably not going to like fully transform him and plug in every single little thing. Just kind of give you the general idea. Because sometimes it just gets really hard, really finicky, really complicated. And I just don't want to bother with that right now, because the comparisons of the jet modes will not be too long. So I'm just going to give you the general idea. Like, Dreadwing here, just finished him. He's kind of half transformed. Didn't really plug in everything. But, let's take the camera down. Take the camera down. And just show off Dreadwing there. Trying to get it adjusted, kind of difficult. Get the camera resting as to where you can see him. I'm going to have to do something like this. There we go. Now, when it comes to Dreadwing, he himself was actually kind of hard to find. I was lucky enough, I was wandering into a Toys R Us and just saw him out of the blue. And I'm like, I've got to get him. Because the only other time I saw him was at a Target, I think. And the Dreadwing does kind of have some paint application issues on his head every now and again, as to where it's not fully painted and his nose kind of looks bigger than what it actually should look like. My copy is a good copy, but I've seen a few others, kind of like Optibotimus's Dreadwing. His is rather, kind of has the big nose, because they didn't really paint it. Also, the Darth Prime's Dreadwing kind of has that issue. By the way, if you want to see a more detailed review on Dreadwing and the mold itself, I would click over to the Darth Prime and watch his review. It's really good. But really do hope that Skyquake does get a release, because I'm probably one of the few people that actually does own one at the time being. I don't really know that many people that do own it. I know some of the big reviewers have it, because of course they're big reviewers and they order all their stuff, pre-order it, you know. But with me, I'm not a pre-order guy, so I typically don't pre-order like the latest Voyager or whatever. Like, I wait until it gets sold in retail. But Skyquake, I couldn't take the risk, so I just ordered them online. And here is Skyquake generally transformed. Now, I really didn't put too much effort into it. Like, as you can see up there, those are supposed to be plugged in, but it's just really finicky, and I would still be working on it. Actually, I'd probably still be working on him. But the vehicle modes, as you can see, except for the lack of sleekness right there, just due to my laziness. When it comes to the vehicle mode, I just prefer Skyquakes. You know, the painted canopy really does it for me. And like I said, there were a few different aspects of transformation. Like I noticed on Skyquake, plugging in his arms through the little bit there is a little harder than Dreadwing, at least on my copy, and plugging in these is easier on Skyquake than on Dreadwing, for me at least. Still got the rubber noses, you know, no difference there. Still have the junk down there, but overall, I really guess I'm done with this video. I hope you guys have kind of seen a good comparison between Skyquake and Dreadwing. When it comes to price at the moment, Dreadwing's about 30, just because he's not the easiest Voyager to find, while Skyquake is a little more expensive, because who knows, he may not even be released, unfortunately. So, I really guess that's it with this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, and roll out, guys. Later.